This is a photo of Uncle George and his wife. Just passing the Reed Cemetery here on the left. It's all grown up.
Charlie Brown's store. Pigeon Creek Road, Caldwell Hollow Road, up Pigeon Creek. Well, hey guys, welcome to this edition of Mike Reed Outdoors. God bless all of you. Thanks for watching. In this video, guys, I'm going to show you a little bit of some footage of me driving down here to this Virginian railroad here in Oakville, West Virginia, and tell you a little bit of a little story about my great uncle George Reed. Now, great uncle George Reed was killed in a train accident on the Virginian Railroad in 1925 on a steam engine. Not too far from here. It's probably 2.5, maybe 2.5 or 3 miles from here, right before you get to Hell's Gap, I think, where it went over to Glen Lynn. There was a train wreck there early in the morning in 1925, and Uncle George was killed. But we used to hear the story. Dad used to tell us the story of Uncle George and a statement he made about if he ever crossed the picket line back there in those days, that he would lose his right arm. Well, sure enough, when Uncle George Uncle George, you guys, crossed the picket line with that train, and somewhere or another, the cut had fell in down there where he was going through. These cuts on the Virginian Railroad are really straight up and down. And I've been down there near to where that accident happened, and you can't get through there anymore. But my brother used to drive this railroad all the time. This particular set of rails right here, he's brought as many as 200 rail cars through here at one time. So his name is Tony Allen, and he retired from the railroad. But anyway, Uncle George made the statement that if he ever crossed the picket line, that the Lord would take his right arm. Sure enough, when he got killed in the train wreck, they couldn't find his right arm. His right arm was gone. He was scalded to death by the steam. So he was the only one killed in that accident. Now, the reason I'm doing this story is my dad used to tell me that story all the time. And the moral to the story was, watch what you say, because the power of life and death is in your tongue. That's what he was trying to teach me. So, like I say, this is Uncle George's brother right here, my papa, Bob. And right next to me over here, I've got a cousin by the name of Rita Reed. She was born May the 2nd, 1966. She died January the 5th, 2010, real early. But like I say, Uncle George, you guys, made a statement that if he ever crossed a picket line, the Lord would take his right arm. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened to the man. And you know, we went for years hearing that story, and my brother Tony finally figured out, he knew people on the railroad that knew how to research that history because you couldn't find it anywhere. And when he finally come up with the thing that was in the paper, sure enough, Uncle George didn't have his right arm when they found him. And they couldn't find his right arm. So the moral to the story is, you guys, watch what you say, because the power of life and death is in your tongue. God bless you guys. Have a great day. That trestle right there, you guys, is crossing the road down right at Oakville.